Question 17. T is a radar tower. A and B are two aircrafts. At 3 p.m., aircraft A is 3,250 kilometers from T on a bearing of 015 degrees. Aircraft B is 4,960 kilometers from T on a bearing of 057 degrees. A. Aircraft A flies directly towards radar tower T at a speed of 890 km per hour. At what time will the aircraft pass over radar tower T? Give your answer to the nearest minute. Now, first of all, what I like to do is have a look at the question and think about what this means. Okay, so at 3 p.m., aircraft A is 3,250 kilometers on a bearing 15 degrees. So what I like to do is just sketch the diagram. So from here to here, this would be 15 degrees here. And it will be a distance of 3,250. Now from here to here, it will be like this. Remember, bearings are measured from north clockwise. So 57 degrees, the whole of it would be 57 degrees here. And the distance from T to B is 4,960 kilometers. Now it says aircraft A flies directly towards tower T. So what time? So we know that speed equals distance over time. So therefore we know that time is distance over speed. If you need, you could draw the triangle out or rearrange the formula. So we know time is distance over speed. So we know the distance is 3,250 and the speed is 890 kilometers per hour. So if I divide that, 3250 divided by 890, I'm going to get 3.6516 ... So I know there's 3 whole hours it takes, but then we need to convert the remainder of it to minutes. So what I need to do is I subtract the 3 whole hours because I know that's there, and then I times it by 60 because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. I will get 39.1. So the nearest minute would be 39. So my answer would be 3 hours and 39 minutes. But that's not what it asked me. It's at what time. So if we look back at our question, it says at 3 p.m. So we need to add it. So our final answer would be 6:39 p.m. B. Calculate the distance that was between the aircraft A and aircraft B at 3 p.m. So if we look at this graph, we actually have a triangle. We need to work out this distance here. So things that we know is that if this whole from north to B is 57 and this is 15, that means the angle from here, would be 42. So I have this triangle here then, so I'm going to just sketch it out. So I'm given the 2 sides and an angle in between, and that will tell me that I have to use the cosine rule. So A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. B and C would be your 2 sides in between the triangle, and big capital A would be your degrees there, and we're trying to find little a there. So to substitute it in, we know that x squared would equal 3,250 squared plus 4,960 squared minus 2 times 3,250 times 4,960 times cos of 42. So if we input into that calculator, our answer would be this. That's x squared. Now to find out x, I would have to square root my answer. So I would get 3,347. So that would be my final answer, 3,347 kilometers. Question 18. A cone has a radius r centimeters and a height of h centimeters. The height is 3 times the radius. The volume of the cone is 2,100 centimeters cubed. Calculate the radius of the cone. The volume V of a cone with radius r and the height h is given here. So, the first thing I'm going to do is take advantage of the fact that it tells me the height is 3 times the radius. So I'm going to set an equation that says the height is 3r. Now I'm going to substitute my value of h for 3r into my formula for v. So I would get v equals a third pi times r squared times 3r. Now what I'm going to do now is simplify this expression. So I will get a third pi times 3r cubed. Now I can simplify it again by timesing a third by 3, which is 1. So it would be pi r cubed. Now I am given that the volume of the cone is 2,100 centimeters. So I can create an equation here and solve for r. So pi r cubed equals 2,100. Now, I'm going to have to divide by pi to get r cubed. Let's see what I'll get. 2,100 divided by shift that to get pi. I will get 668.45. So r cubed would be 668.45. Then to find out r, I need to cube root it. So I'll press shift. And then don't forget to use your full answer. My answer then would be 8.74359. So I'm just going to put 8.74. So my answer would be 8.74. Question 19. The point -5, 2 lies on the circumference of a circle, center 0, 0. Find the equation of a circle. So I should know that the equation of a circle with center 0, 0 should be in the format of this. X squared plus y squared equals r squared. I need to find out what r is. So, to find out what r is, what I'm going to do is quickly just sketch what my diagram would look like. So, the center is 0, 0, and -5, 2 would be around here. So, I can work out the distance from here by doing the Pythagoras' theorem. I know that this is 5 across and 2 up. So I've got this triangle here up. So I can work out the radius by doing Pythagoras' theorem. So r would equal the square root of 5 squared plus 2 squared. So if I work that out, that's square root of 5 squared plus 2 squared is square root of 29. And I'm just going to leave it in third form for now. So now I know what r is, I can rewrite my equation of a circle. X squared plus y squared equals r squared. So root 29 squared is just 29. So that would be my final answer. B, it says work out the gradient of the tangent to the circle at -5, 2. So I need to know that if there is a tangent to the circle at -5, 2, so I'm just going to draw my line and I'm going to just quickly sketch my circle. So this is -5, 2. So I need to know that if the center is there, that circle theorem, that if there is a tangent on the point, the line from the center to the circumference is going to be perpendicular. So my method would be to just work out the gradient of the line from center to the tangent and then work out the perpendicular gradient. So I'm going to work out gradient of this line here. it would be change in y over the change in x. So 2 minus 0 over minus 5 minus 0. That would be 2 minus 5. So yeah, that would be minus 2 over 5. Now the perpendicular gradient would be the negative reciprocal. So the reciprocal means I have to swap the two fractions around, and then I times it by minus 1. So my gradient would be 5 over 2. And that would be my final answer, because it only wants the gradient.